million speed with vibrant service, vibrant broadband internet.
We're just singing away. We're so dang happy. It's hard to believe you can be any happier. The show is all yours. It says right there it is 10:30.
Right on the money.
Woo-hoo.
Nathan, take it away.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for having us. Thanks, KLFD. My name's Nathan.
I'm Shane.
And I'm Jane.
All right, and today we're going to talk about a topic that'll probably surprise you, Jeff. We're going to talk about internet service.
What?
Isn't that shocking?
I'm in shock.
I know. We consider ourselves professionals, so we think we have. So today we're going to talk about the different types of service, how internet has evolved as far as delivering internet to homes and businesses over the last, I don't know, decades, and explain some of the differences between our fixed wireless service and other wireless options, and of course, what's the best internet connection you can get in 2025.
So why choose Vibrant, right? Well, because it is the best of the best. So when it comes to internet, there's a lot of choices, especially when you're in town. You can have some fiber. There's a couple of companies that offer fiber. There's DSL services. There's Verizon boxes. There's just a multitude of options here. So out in the country, there's not that many, just because there's not that many people out there per mile. And so it's a little bit more expensive to bring fiber out there and internet as well. So until Vibrant came along, you know, the choices were in town, they were okay. In the rural areas, it's been very poor, if not none at all. And so, like, personally, before I got Vibrant, I had DSL. And I didn't know, I mean, it was fine. And I think when we really tried to stream is when it became a problem. When the glitching and the buffering and all that stuff happened. And I didn't know what I was missing, in a sense. Shane, how about you?
Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I've had DSL, I don't know, 20 years, right?
Sure.
And it was okay. It did its job, right? And I didn't know what I was missing until I got fiber. It was just
You hadn't spoiled yourself yet.
No, it was eye-opening. It was like, okay, you know, I can stream, but then every once in a while you get that buffering, and you get, it's like, okay, maybe they can't have 3 TVs on at the same time, kind of a thing, you know. And then I get fiber, and it's like, wow, there's like this is so smooth.
Yep. And I was even going to say, I think the big picture came into play when COVID happened, because my girls got sent home and we were, you know, doing online schooling. So the minute I came home with my phone, they were all like, get off, shut off your Wi-Fi, that kind of stuff. And so you really, and Vibrant was getting a lot of phone calls because, you know, they were same situation. You know, everybody was working from home and homeschooling and that kind of stuff. Nathan, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, I've grown up in the Twin Cities and moving a bunch. I've had virtually every type of service there is: DSL, cable. It wasn't actually till I moved to Litchfield about 5 years ago that I got our fixed wireless, which is a fiber-based network, and then eventually got fiber to my home. That I started to realize, whoa, this is a big difference. I don't have to reset my router all the time. I don't have these lags. I don't have just when I thought it worked fine, I realized that fine is not as good as it can work. So I've experienced it all. Nothing can beat a fiber-based network for sure.
So let's talk about what different types of internet there are out there. So back in the 90s, about the only type of internet you could get was dial-up. And you remember AOL.
Do the voice. Do the voice.
Yeah, I figured Jeff would do it. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, AOL kind of was the forefront of that. And you'd have to dial a phone number. You know, your modem on the computer, you'd have to dial on your computer a phone number to connect, and then you could connect. And incidentally, AOL is dropping their dial-up service this September.
Oh boy.
I know.
Should have happened a long time ago.
I know, it should have. But there's still, as of 2023, I believe there were still like 160,000 people using dial-up. AOL's dial-up.
No kidding.
Yeah. And I mean, these are very rural people, right? But, you know, with the advent of AOL dropping, they are pushing people to other types of internet service, which we'll touch on here in a moment. But then cable companies came along, and cable providers, they would offer internet, and it would be faster than dial-up. And there you'd have to have their cable service and then also get their internet service. And then soon after that,
Yep.
Nathan?
Yeah, soon after that, phone companies caught on the same thing. I was, well, if cable can do it through their TV cable lines, we can push internet through our phone lines that are already in the ground, that are already installed in most homes. And that's where a digital subscriber line, or DSL as we know it, kind of came from. All the existing phone cable, that's one. They can push internet through there. Again, it's pretty limited technology as far as speeds and reliability goes. And then you had your satellite providers, your Dish and DirecTV, big in the TV game for satellite, but they also provided some internet through their satellite service. And then other satellite providers, wireless technologies, started using a fixed wireless system where you kind of hop from tower to tower to tower to reach rural areas, stuff like that. Every service has its pros and cons. Some services, obviously, we've got a long way since dial-up, and I remember in the 90s, I was pretty young, but I do remember hearing that dial-up thing and clicking on a picture or a link and basically having to go make a sandwich and come back to see if it finally loaded up.
Right.
So obviously the technology changes quite a bit. So when we were mainly just emailing, maybe just doing web pages with only text, and then images started going on emails and websites. Obviously now we're in a video age with high def video, 4K video. The internet has obviously exploded like it is today. So as bandwidth needs grew, obviously the technology needed to grow. So technology has changed quite a lot. And then that's kind of where Vibrant kind of comes into the picture.
So along comes Vibrant.
There you go.
So basically, Meeker Energy decided to bring Vibrant in because the fiber was coming into our area, and we wanted to do something to our community. And also, Meeker Energy isn't shy of bringing some new things. I mean, look at 90 years ago, we brought our electric out here, and we're doing the same with our internet. So we just want to, we're not strangers in that area, and we want to just provide quality service out to our rural area as well. And we didn't want our members to wait like they did so long ago for electricity.
Right. Exactly.
So we built a hybrid system. And what's really cool about this is, so we have 49 monopoles in our territory, and they're all fiber fed.
Oh, what?
Monopoles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've fished with those before.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And they're 120 feet tall.
Oh, not that big.
Not that long, yeah.
big. So anyway, they're all fiber fed, and that's how. So if you're on that line, you get our fiber internet, and if you're not on that line, you get a fiber-based internet, and it's a point-to-point contact from that tower to your house. So if you're not able to get fiber, which is the best of the best, you're going to get a fiber-fed system with us. And it doesn't matter if your neighbor has us or not. It doesn't matter what line you're on. It's not that type of service. It's just quality internet from a point-to-point system, and it's kind of over the air, if you will. And then the other part of this is we're able to offer low latency, and basically latency means speed. So for gamers out there, they get so excited when we tell them that our latency is 3 to 5 milliseconds, and they're just super excited. And you're not waiting for long times. So it works out really well.
Yeah, like Jane was saying, the fastest way for us to bring fast internet to our members is to build this hybrid system. So we could have built fiber to all of our members, but it would take years, and we're still building fiber, and we're actually replacing even some people's fixed wireless with fiber as we grow and get to build in these areas. But that takes years to do. And so with this hybrid system, we were able to serve more members than we could have if we just started with fiber alone. And so that's why this system that Meeker Energy built is such a great service for our members. Now, are there newer technologies out there? Well, there's Starlink. Well, that's basically satellite again, right?
Yeah.
And cellular, which is kind of another form of fixed wireless, right? So cell towers talk to each other. It kind of goes from tower to tower to tower. But both these technologies are okay if you're just a casual internet user. Let's say you just do email, or you do occasional web pages, or you are just kind of looking at Facebook, right? That kind of thing. it might be okay for those services. But you might find that they're not exactly what you need. You might need more than that. And Nathan's going to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to choosing the best internet provider, obviously a pretty important part of that is going to be price. I mean, everyone, especially this day and age with the way the economy's been and kind of crazy and stuff like that, price is probably as important as ever. But a lot of providers, unfortunately, in my opinion, they try to lure customers in with a low introductory rate. The rate that they can advertise, super, super low. But then in the fine print or something you find out maybe a year later is that a lot of these prices double or increase significantly after the first year or the second year. And then you're way up higher than you ever thought you were going to be for internet. Same with cellular providers. A lot of them like to advertise these low prices. But then what you don't know is that those lower packages come with throttling your internet, where if you use so much, your speeds slow down. Or your video, if you're watching Netflix, YouTube, whatever, your video is actually throttled to standard definition instead of high definition, and they limit to what you can actually do with the internet. And then to get the high definition video, to get some of those added features and not be throttled, then you end up paying double or triple the price. So it's like, unfortunately, with the way some businesses like to market, they like to hook you with these low price offerings, but oftentimes you don't really get what you're paying for. And another thing companies like to do is they advertise a low price, and then they have pretty expensive equipment fees and this fee and that fee, what are called junk fees in the business. So you want to be aware what the total you're actually being paying is. Don't just fall for what might say in the postcard. Really get to know what your total is going to be this year and next year and the years to come.
The other thing is if you and correct me, Nathan, so if you're going with the phone box kind of thing, the cell phones take precedence over the people that are subscribing to internet, correct?
Yeah, typically if you say you have your cellular provider and they're giving you home internet, what a lot of times you don't know is in times of congestion, like this is when everybody gets home from work and school and stuff like that, the cell phones are going to be the number one priority to access to the internet. So those times are oftentimes where your home internet then gets what's called throttled, where your speeds get slowed down because there's too much congestion on the network and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff people don't think of, people aren't told up front. And we've had a lot of people that are interested in these cellular ones, and they come back and say, look, that was a big mistake. I had all these experiences. So it's always good to ask these questions up front.
So what's the best service? Basically fiber. You can't go wrong. Fiber is the best of the best. And why is that? It's because they have symmetrical packages. And what symmetrical means is that we can provide the same upload and the same download speeds. And that's how you get quality, fast internet coming at you. And the low latency, like I had mentioned earlier, and you'll get the biggest and best bandwidth, which means it's super fast and super reliable. And then the other thing is when we offer the fixed wireless, like I said earlier, it's fiber fed fixed wireless, and it's the best of the best, top of the technology. We have Andrew working hard behind the scenes looking at the quality of our devices and technology. So he really does a lot. He's definitely loves that type of his job, definitely does really well. And the other thing is there's no gimmicks. I think we're doing our promotion right now. No gimmicks, unlimited data, no throttling, for my fiber symmetrical packages, reliable fast speed internet, and everything that you want, right?
Everything.
The other thing that I truly love is our customer service. When you call us, you get a human, you get a person that just knows what they're doing. They're at their desk. They're in Litchfield. They're local. And if you need something, we send a local tech out there, and it's pretty much as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and all this kind of rounds out to where we get a lot of calls and people, they do reviews on us, that kind of thing, and they tell us how much they appreciate having great internet service. And I don't know how many of our listeners are aware, but Litchfield's newspaper, The Rail, they have their Best of Meeker County vote going on right now. Mm-hmm. And we would appreciate our listening Vibrant subscribers to vote for us as their favorite internet service provider. And to do that, you just go to litchfieldrail.com, click on the banner in the upper right. It'll take you to a web page. On that page, go to Home and Services category, and then write Vibrant Broadband in the Cable Internet Provider tab. Click vote. We would really love if you did that for
There
us.
you go.
Yep. And as a reminder, we are running a promotion. For those that have been living under a rock, fall is approaching and football season is finally back. Much to my wife's chagrin, but I'm a big football fan, so too bad for her. But we are doing a promotion that's kind of tailored on football for Vibrant subscribers. Anyone that signs up for our 200 megabit per second or higher package will not only get a $50 Visa card, but they'll also get entered into a chance to win a pair of Vikings tickets. And that's going to be Vikings versus the Bears in November. I can't remember the date exactly, but it's in November against the Bears. Also, Meeker Energy members and current Vibrant subscribers who refer someone. So if you recommend Vibrant to a friend or family member and that person signs up, then you will also be entered into a drawing to win a pair of Vikings tickets for that as well. So a couple football-related promotions. If you have any more questions, you can visit vibrantbroadband.com/football.
So tomorrow night, Shane and Jane are going to be at the Litchfield American Legion for car and bike night. Vibrant is sponsoring it, so come on out and
I
come
think
see
it's more
us.
of those little notepads. Those are so cool.
Those are awesome. And you know, Shane started something last time we did this, and it was super cool, and it was amazing. When people vote on the cars, we go to give them their reward or award. Shane starts asking them questions about their car, and it's amazing because people listen to the stories, and they're
absolutely.
so fun. And you know, those
That's what
guys are
it's
out
all
there
about.
wanting to tell. Well, and there's a couple ladies won last time
Yeah.
too, and they were telling the stories about how they inherited that car and different. It was just super neat.
Yeah, we'll do more of that tomorrow night, too.
Yeah, so I'm excited. So come on out and check us out. What is it? What time does it start? 5:30.
5:30. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, 5:30.
And dark. I mean, this last one, you might be done by 7:30.
Are you gonna bring?
Oh, yeah.
Are you bringing your puppy?
Well, if I can either bring my motorcycle or my puppy.
I'd prefer your puppy.
Okay. Very
All
good.
right.
That's the way it'll be.
All right. So if you have any questions what we talked about or anything about Vibrant, give us a call, 693-3231, or you can check us out on vibrantbroadband.com. Catch the replay of this show on Facebook or YouTube channel. Search for Vibrant Broadband, and then listen live every Wednesday at 10:30 on KLFD.
All right. Well, thank you, Jeff, for having us. Thank you, audience, for listening. My name is Shane.
I'm Jane.
And I'm Nathan.
Tune in next week for another Vibrant You Live.
Brilliant speed with vibrant service. Vibrant broadband internet. Vibrant broadband internet.